What does it mean to be clothed with Christ? The truth behind this is going to blow you away. When you love Christ, when you know that you are heaven-bound, I want you to understand something that's going to change the way that you see your entire life. You see, you're not standing here before God because you're good enough. You're standing because you are clothed with Christ. His righteousness is wrapped around you like heavenly armor. Paul says this in Galatians chapter 3, verse 27. And all of you who have been united with Christ in baptism have put on Christ, like putting on new clothes. He says, for all of you who've been baptized into Christ have clothed yourselves with Christ. Now, this is so important, and it matters because every day we try to clothe ourselves with other things of the world, our image, our accomplishments, our reputation, our strength. We layer ourselves up with leaves of identity, hoping that they're going to protect us from shame and fear and insecurity. But God says, none of that is going to cover you. None of that is going to save you. And that's why He sent Christ, so that you would be clothed with a righteousness that can actually protect you, that can carry you through the valley of the shadow of death and all the way home to your Father in heaven. Now, I want you guys to think back of the Garden of Eden. The very moment the sin entered the world, something really interesting happened. Take a look at Genesis chapter 3, verse 7. It says, at that moment their eyes were opened, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. So what do? So they sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. For the first time, humanity felt fear. They felt shame and panic. And what did? They just reached for whatever was closest to hide themselves. Fig leaves, something that was temporary, something weak, something that would just dry up and fall away after a few days. But look at what God does next. And this is just so incredibly powerful. Verse 21 says, and the Lord God made clothing from animal skins for Adam and his wife. My friends, this was the first time the sacrifice was ever recorded. The first time that innocent life was given to cover guilty life. The first time that blood was shed so that shame could be removed. And that moment was a whisper, a shadow of what God was going to do one day through Jesus. Just like He covered Adam and Eve, God has covered us, but not with leaves, not with animal skins, not with anything that is temporary or of the world. He has clothed us with Christ Himself, His righteousness, His purity, His grace, His love. An armor that is not made of earthly things, but forged in heaven and eternity. And nothing and no one can tear it, stain it, or strip it away. So the next time that you feel unworthy, the next time the shame tries to pull you back into your past, remember that you're no longer hiding behind leaves. You are wrapped in the finished work of Jesus. You are covered by His sacrifice. You're held by His grace. And you are protected by a righteousness that's going to carry you, unshakable and unbreakable, all the way into the presence of God.